Program?
Oops! Sorry!
You can go out and Barbie too.
Good evening. In National 9 News tonight, we told you of the man feared drowned who reappeared in a New South Wales court. The battle to beat the famine in Sudan and set to go for another marathon. Please join me again tomorrow night at 6.
This program proudly brought to you by Ford.
Yes?
It's more than a game. More than a game. Of the fortune of fame. It's more than a game.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Footy Show. Fantastic crowd tonight. And what a big week it has been in football. Alistair Lynch finally gets the all clear from the AFL Tribunal, but will he be able to take his drug DHEA? We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show. Mickey Malthouse re-signs for 3 years, while, of course, John Northey threatens to resign. We'll talk about those two coaching appointments and maybe disappointments also later in the show. And also the AFL are going to kick in $2.5 million for Sydney to get the youngsters involved in the AFL. Plenty to get through tonight, so let's welcome our panel. And from the St Kilda Football Club, last week he might have kicked the goal of the year. Spider Everett's with us. From the Melbourne Football Club. Put your hands together for one of the all-time greats, former Melbourne captain, Victorian captain, and just one of the stars of the Footy Show, no doubt about it, for Gary Lyons. And one of the new boys, things not going too well for the boys down at Optus Oval, but put your hands together and welcome Glenn Manton. They don't mind kicking you when you're down, do they?
Boots and all.
Well, they're having a crack at you right away. Well, let's get into it. We've got a big show coming up tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man who played over 300 games for the Geelong Football Club, representing Victoria with honour, former Geelong captain, best and fairest, club legend, you name it, he's it, John Sammy Newman.
Very well. Thank you very much, Ed. Very, very well indeed. And has anything been happening over the week?
No,
nothing.
Quite
I've been up in Sydney. Now, this did filter up to me up in Sydney that Naomi Robson gave us a bit of a kicking on that. What's that? What is that?
Today Tonight.
Today.
Yeah.
Over the special that Seven did.
What do you mean, special?
Well, that's
It's on every week.
Hmm?
No, what?
Mortally wounded,
No,
knackered, whatever it is.
It's on every week.
It wouldn't be on every week. It was a special, wasn't it? They're putting that on every week. Well, I'll be buggered. Oh, well, I'm sorry about that. Anyhow, she gave us a bit of a kicking, apparently,
Yes.
about, over what? Looking a bit tired, old.
Oh,
She is. I'm only.
She did call you old Sam Newman.
She did. She ought to talk. No, she's trained off a bit, I reckon. Well, she used to be a stunner. She did. She's dropped right away since I took her out.
Don't kiss and tell, OK? Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Newman. Let's hear it.
She's a good girl.
Don't try and square off now, mate.
No,
Let's
some
go
good
across to the man behind the bar. Ladies and gentlemen, Trevor Marmalade.
A little bit concerned. New AFL report, second team in Sydney. What are we
Yes.
looking at once again? Very North Melbourne.
Very, very North Melbourne.
Very North
possibly.
Melbourne.
Now,
Is that right? What's going on there?
They call them the Kangaroos.
change. There's change happening, Sammy, and I don't like it.
Don't
quite
kick
frankly.
up. What are you North Melbourne supporters? It must be ingrained in birth or something.
In
You guys.
fairness to him, Ed, it's they're called the Kangaroos now, almost officially. Not North Melbourne, not too much North Melbourne reference.
But there's
Trev.
not many of these North Melbourne blokes. But like you, Trev, they're just ingrained in you.
No. There was no brainwashing involved. My father gave me a very clear choice when I was 4 years old. He said, son, you can either come to the football and barrack for the Mighty Roos, or you can stay home and chop wood like your mother. Go Mighties.
Okay, there's always that side of things, isn't it? Boys, an interesting story during the week. We saw that the Sydney Swans last week were fined $2,000 by the AFL because their trainers had earpieces and were receiving instructions from the coach's box. So, in effect, they had a couple of players on there like runners. They said it was only to find out the injuries. Oh, yeah. That worked beautifully. What is going on out there? How many runners seem to be out on the ground and trainers? Sometimes you look out and you can hardly see a spot on the ground.
Yeah, I think it has been a problem over the years, Ed, and runners, of course, are the blokes with the green luminous outfits on, and the trainers also tend to take messages, and I don't think that's the first time that the Sydney Swans have experimented with the earpiece in the trainers.
Do you know of another time?
Indeed. I believe, and that they may have experimented that back in the 96 grand final, in fact.
Experimented in the 96 grand final. Good day to experiment, yeah.
Well, no.
Done it
they lost.
again.
Yeah, well, they have continued, which is a good ploy if you get away with it. But,
Well, pardon me for being stupid, Gary. What is wrong with them having earpieces? What does that matter?
well, there's nothing wrong with it apart from the fact that it's illegal.
Well,
But-
why?
They've got, probably about 6 trainers out on the ground at once, filling gaps. When small ground like the SCG, you pick up the ball out of the back line and all you see is jumpers and all that out there. You're not going to kick it out towards there, are you?
You know, who said that they weren't actually getting a report back to the doctor on the medical capacity of someone who's been poleaxed?
Well, it's wrong because the other teams aren't allowed to do it, and it's creating an unfair advantage to that particular team. That's why it's
No, what
the
I'm
other
saying,
teams
Gary,
aren't
is who said the other team? Is it a law that you're not allowed to wear earpieces if you're a...
Very much so.
I
absolutely.
see. Oh, well, then it's
Absolutely.
against the law. I
No,
didn't
they're
know that,
fined
yeah.
for the fun of
It's
it,
just
Sam.
another rule I didn't know about. Pardon?
That's all.
What's that?
I said they're fined for the fun of it. Obviously, it's illegal.
I see. Well, pardon me for breathing. Pardon me for breathing, Spider.
Boys, the coaches' conference earlier this year, they wanted to bring in 2 runners. Do you reckon there's enough? I mean, sometimes it just gets a bit tiresome to see the runners going out all the time. Not only that, but also the trainers. We know there's a lot of tactics involved in footy these days, but at the end of the day, Glenn, surely you have to leave some of it to the players to actually get a kick.
Well, I think so. I can only comment on what we tried down at Carlton. We just tried with the 2 cans and the long piece of string in between. And that, especially at Optus, that got very, very messy around the half-back flank, blokes tripping over the string and so forth. But that's probably a gag I regret using now. So.
It won't be the first, might be the first, won't be the last.
Yeah,
But
thanks.
Spider, actually, Gary, you've had a few battles with the runners. Last week, you and Nobby Clark from Essendon.
No, I did accidentally run into Nobby Clark, and I apologise for that on the weekend. But
Oh, yeah.
I perhaps could have gone around. But Spider and I were talking about it before the show, and there's a simple way to overcome this, Eddie, and that is just to make them open slather, the runners. Just have a free whack at them. And if they get too close, you can biff them.
See how they do? All they do is come out and abuse you anyway.
Yeah, but that's your runner, Spider.
They've got a role to play, but I think you're right. I think they do linger a little too long at times.
Quick change of topics. Alistair Lynch. Fantastic that he's been given the all clear. I think we said that right from the word go here on the Footy Show. But if he is allowed to continue taking DHEA, which we know is a steroid, how would you feel playing against him, first of all, Gary, and how would you feel at the end of the day if he towelled you?
Well, that would be dependent, of course, on how you win it. If you kick 6, well, it'd be fine. If you give you a touch-up, well, you'd be a bit narky. But I think in these circumstances, I would be okay with it. Under extreme circumstances, and it'd have to be brought out in the open and said, this is the circumstances. He's not going above what the normal player would expect to have in as far as his testosterone levels are concerned.
So players using it that have got glandular fever and that is all right?
Well, I heard a suggestion that perhaps we have an independent medical body whereby special cases have to go there, and if they give it the okay, then okay. Otherwise, it's a can of worms, really, isn't it?
Could you think of any Glenn, anyone? Could you think of any other particular malady, if you like, that we could use the drug for besides glandular fever or whatever? I mean, where does it start and end? That's what I'm saying.
Yes, well, that's the point.
That's the problem. It's completely grey at this stage. And
So-
I think the
so-
AFL needs to sit down and really come up with some sort of mandate on the issues that are at hand, and that means what's your injury, what are you taking to
so
combat
they say
it?
if you've got whooping cough or sciatica or lumbar, you can use it there, but if you've got other sort of symptoms, you
Yeah,
can't.
chronic asthma
You can
stuff.
make up anything and use anything then, realistically.
So what you're saying, Spider, is you should just scrub it all together?
Yep.
All right, so you're black and white on it. Gary, you're...
Under very extreme circumstances, as passed by the independent medical body that's yet to be
And
established.
Glenn, you reckon scrub it?
I'll stick with that answer.
Stick with that
Fantastic.
answer. So what do you reckon, Sam?
Well, Ed, has Alistair Lynch still on it, or has he been
No,
offered?
he's been offered for about 7 or 8 weeks now.
Oh, I see. And has it affected, do we know seriously?
We
has it
don't know, but
affected
he
the way-
says it has, yes.
He says it has.
He says it certainly helps his condition.
Oh, well, yeah, you've got to get it defined, I mean, because people will start to stretch it and push it and just abuse it, won't they?
Very much so, you'd think so. That's what's happened in Wolfsport all the way along. All right, well, that's the problem for the AFL to get through. The boys have had their say. Let's have a look at the first game of the round. And well done to Mickey Malthouse as well for being re-signed for 3 years. Also, Dean Kemp was re-signed this week, and they're up against the Western Bulldogs, and this is going to be a beauty. They've got a great tradition now, these two teams. Let's have a look at the first of all, the West Coast Eagles. 3 changes, Braun, White and Reid. Going out of the side, Fuster, Stone and Wooden. So Stone and Wooden out of the side there, Trip.
Yeah, Stone and Wooden, and in Red, White and Braun.
Well, of course, these two teams have been belting the hell out of each other in recent times. Remember Gardner out at the Western Oval Whitten Oval last year, and well, the Eagles got home by 21 points against Geelong at Cardinia Park. About time too, in 9th position, 4 wins and 5 losses at the moment. Mick Malthouse said they played pretty disciplined football. However, the Eagles midfield is still getting cleaned up at the moment, and they're just going along as we speak, as opposed to the Bulldogs, whose midfield is on fire. They have been able to advance into the forward 50-metre arc more than any other team in the competition, with 59 times, whereas the Eagles are the 3rd least, getting in 47 times on average per game. For the Bulldogs, the new players Sir, Powell and Ellis, but Credial goes out with a hammy for 3 weeks. Minton Connell didn't get on much last week, and he has been dropped, and Dent was rubbed out for 3 matches. Spider.
Yeah, I really think West Coast are going to win over there. I think their tours are becoming more consistent, and I reckon West Coast make it 5 and 5.
I agree with the Spider-Man. I think Credial and Dent have been very good for the Western Bulldogs, very important part of their back line. And the re-signing of Mick Malthouse is pretty important, I would have thought, in the overall scheme of things, and I think they might roll the Dogs.
Bulldogs have won 3 of their last 5 against the West Coast Eagles and are on top of the ladder.
Yeah, have to go the other way, I think. I think Bulldogs are just a juggernaut at the moment, and I don't see West Coast Eagles being able to stop them.
Yes, I agree with Glenn there. Even a Pantechnicon, Ed. That's the bigger version of the Juggernaut. It's got more wheels. It's got more wheels on it. And I think that once the Juggernaut and the Pantechnicon get up a bit of steam, a head of steam, Ed, hold the phone, I reckon. No stopping them.
That's the end of it. All right, well, the boys are going for a West Coast clean sweep. When we come back, we have got a Scan Cam special tonight. We have got a special guest in Dean Jones. Brett Lovett is also a special guest, and much, much more coming up right after this break on The Footy Show.
When you're 12, priorities change.
What are you studying? Religion?
Sex.
You develop needs.
Would you take your clothes off for $103.62?
You discover trouble.
The best things in life are me.
I'm gonna get in such trouble for this. Us too.
Melanie Griffith and Ed Harris.
I want you to marry my dad. Marry her? He can't marry her. No one can marry her.
When pocket money buys a good time.
My son bought me a hooker.
Milk Money premieres 8:30 Sunday.
Only Ford Explorer has Control Track, a system that senses any loss of traction and automatically engages four-wheel drive. Ford Explorer, the intelligent four-wheel drive, from $39,990 drive away.
Love me tender, love me true,
all my dreams fulfilled.
Hey, where do you think you're going, mate?
Got to go to the toilet.
Don't fall in again. Like yesterday.
Oh, Tron, can't you take a joke, mate?
You'll learn. Hey, where's the paint thinners? You'll only lose a few leg hairs.
Workplace bullies will be prosecuted, and so can their employers.
In this busy world of ours, it's hard to keep the pace.
Julie knows.
Seems like there's too few hours. Then you find a friendly face.
That her family
And it's so, so nice to be known.
loves ham sliced thinly.
Just like you got a second home.
So does Kathy.
Welcome all to IGA.
The Independent Grocers of Australia.
You came.
In business, it's important not to drive yourself too hard. But there are times when you do need to stretch yourself. Of course, in business, you also need to know how to play the game. But the most important thing in business is staying in touch. And that's what puts Malaysia Airlines business class in a class of its own.
You trying to bribe me, boy?
Rich ice cream dipped in chocolate, covered with gooey caramel, and coated in premium chocolate. Cadbury Memphis Meltdown. One bite and you'll go all gooey.
Only Ford Explorer has Control Track, a system that senses any loss of traction and automatically engages four-wheel drive. Ford Explorer, the intelligent four-wheel drive from $39,990 drive away.
From the depths of Sydney Harbour emerges a latest monster to hit our screens. He's big. Size does matter. He's bad. Breath stinks. He's kicked over 1,200 goals. And he's not happy.
Will you move back a bit further? Further! Further!
Bloodzilla, a hair-raising experience.
He was awesome, the big fella, last week too against Hawthorn, kicking 11 goals, 6. And becoming only the third player behind Gordon Coventry and Jason Dunsel to kick 1,200 goals at senior level. Well done to Tony Logan. We'll talk more about Plugger a bit later on, but you're in Sydney during the week, Sam.
I was, Ed, and very nice up there too. And I was actually chatting to some of the lads up there from the footy show, the rugby league footy show up there, Fat Vorton and Peter Sterling, and they said, how's the dog going? And I said, what dog? And they have a greyhound up there called Nads. Yeah, how stupid, what a stupid name for a dog called Nads. Can you imagine saying, go Nads? Anyhow, so I thought, well, we'll join in the spirit of revelry and merriment, Ed, and we'll get a dog ourselves. So I got one for you.
We've kicked up, we've got a greyhound.
Well, just fair dinkum, just a fair dinkum on greyhound.
All right.
Come here, come on. Come on, Naomi. No, we haven't named it yet. No, I'm sorry. There he is. That's our dog. Is he a good boy?
What is this fine specimen of greyhound?
Yeah.
I think
It is a boy.
The last time we had a dog in Studio 9, it was Graham Kennedy, I think.
No, what a beautiful...
Not Graham Kennedy, I mean on the Graham Kennedy show.
Is that a beautiful-looking dog?
Magnificent. What are we calling it?
Well, you know, Nads. How stupid. We're calling it You Idiot. This is You Idiot, and... Go You Idiot. That's
Go, you
right.
idiot.
And...
Trev?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, if it doesn't win a race, its name will be Mud.
Yeah, no, or Agate Boy, by the look of it. No. Is that a beautiful-looking dog? And we've got Graham. Graham is the trainer.
The trainer. How are you, Graham?
Graham.
Let's hear it for Graham Bate, everybody.
Settle down.
10-time Victorian Greyhound Trainer of the Year. We've got the Rolls Royce, we've got the Bart Cummings of the Greyhound world with us. Graham, you idiot, can it go?
Yeah, he's looking good. He's got a fair bit of ability, yeah. We're hoping he can beat the Sydney siders, yeah.
All right, well, we're going to have a match race, but when are we getting our dog to go? And by the way, all the earnings that we get will go to the Trevor Barker Foundation, so that's fantastic. Good on you, Graham, for kicking in. And, yeah. When is You Idiot about to run?
In the next few weeks we'll be starting him, so I hope he can go good
Graham,
for us.
do you think it knows it's called You Idiot? Would it take offence, do you think? Or
I don't think he'll worry about that too much, Sam, no.
What about you, Graham? Are you cut up a bit rough about its name?
No,
It's
no.
a great name, isn't it? We're going to call it Bus,
As long as he can win, that'll make us happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How old is it, Graham, the dog?
He's not 2-year-old yet, he's only a young dog, yeah.
Perfect for you, Sammy.
And as a trainer, does that mean...
Haven't
As a
turned
trainer,
yet,
Graham,
Gary.
does that mean that you're the bloke that stands behind the boxes with a handful of mustard? This is someone else's job, obviously.
Well...
No wonder they called it that in Sydney then, Trev.
Well, it's, so they're pretty excited, the boys up there, and I said, well, You Idiot and Nads. That'll be a good run-off.
All right, well, Graham, can you look after You Idiot for us?
I'll take it over
we'll
here,
move on to the next
Here
part.
we are.
Good on you, Graham. Come
It's
up and
very
get
placid.
it, because we need
Very
Sam
much.
back in his chair pretty
Very
quickly.
much, Graham.
Good nice indeed. You idiot. There you go. Imagine that at the Greyhounds. You idiot, you idiot. Now it's time for Sam's Mailbag.
yes, yes.
Speaking of which...
Yep. Now, we only had... Well, this was interesting. Apropos, this is from Stan... Well, you say it, Ed. Do I make it up? I don't make it up.
Where is it?
Jerkovsky,
Oh,
it
it's
is.
Stan... Yeah. I know it says Stan Jerkovsky, but I'm tipping that might not be his name. But anyway.
Well, he's got me. He's one up on me. Then I thought that was his name. We looked it up in the book, and there was a Jerkovsky there in Mills Road. So a lot of them there.
Depends which book you're looking at, I suppose.
I too, Stan said, I too am a great fan of the late, great Frank Sinatra, and I truly grieved at his passing until you did your tribute to Frank. Then I was glad he was dead. Just in case someone showed him a tape of your performance, which would have probably killed him off anyway. Stick to Lester Manning songs like What a Funny Old Fellow is Humphrey. That's from Stan, and this incidentally was sent in by, oh, well, it's just got a post office address. Yeah, it has to. This was, someone sent that in. This is Adelaide by Night. Now, which camera, this one, Johnny? That's Adelaide by Night. That's pretty clever, that, isn't it? Can you see that? It's not bad, that, is it?
It is beautiful.
That is so accurate, it's frightening. So that was it. And someone said that, well, I won't read that out because someone said at the start of the show they saw people being naked and wondered what it was. Could you please answer this letter?
Didn't happen.
Now, these are cameos. These are just photo cameos, Ed. This is not moving pictures.
No.
If you're watching, Doug, that means just stills. First off is everyone's favourite crow, young Tone. And here he is, aged 14 at Loxton High School. Isn't he a treasure? How's he going? In fact, he was embroiled in a bit of...
Yeah, they reckon there's a bit of controversy, but
What is it?
the Crows reckon it's all rubbish and he'll be right to play.
What was it over?
Oh, they think that... Tony, I think, wants to sign up before he comes back, and the Crows are just waiting for him to get a little bit further down the track, I think. I haven't checked this one out, but that's the scuttlebutt going around football at the moment. But the word from the Crows is he will be right.
And
back
next...
soon.
Back soon?
Yeah, next month or two. Coming back
Tony
nice and early.
Lockett.
He won't play.
Oh,
Tony Modric, yeah.
What, coming back from where? Bali? Next is the good-looking hawk Shane Crawford compared with a cross-eyed looking Shane Crawford. Well, hello, sailor. Is that him on the right, is it? What's he doing?
Doing an Aussie Jones.
He's got wind. Here's a couple of angels of the year. This year's runner-up in Cleo's Bachelor of the Year contest, Matthew Primus. Well, that is so humorous, it's frightening. Is that Matthew on the right there? And finally, a couple of cats and a monkey. Oh, that's me. Oh, that's the first time I've seen that.
It's you and Mickey Turner.
I tell you who'd be delighted to see that photo.
Who's that?
Malcolm.
Oh, yes, exactly. Mickey Turner and yourself.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
friends there.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
where was that? We might get that last shot back up if we could.
That was in, I think, Pattaya Beach in Bangkok.
Yeah. And how does he get the monkey to smoke?
Is that a monkey there? We'd obviously had too much to drink, Ed. I thought I was going pretty well there at that stage. It turned out to be a monkey. That might explain it all.
Want to get a monkey to smoke, Ed? Set fire to it, I think is the answer there.
And if you've got a cameo, send it into the Footy Show. You can win this prize. If we show you a cameo on the Footy Show, you'll receive a fantastic Panasonic portable CD player and go into the running for our major prize, a Panasonic home theatre featuring a 68cm TV, a hi-fi VCR and a Pro Logic hi-fi system, valued at more than $5,000 thanks to Billy Guyat's, Chandler's and Archie Martin Vox. Our winner at the halfway mark of the season gets a trip for two for 5 nights at the Alpine Retreat at Mount Buller, with airfares included. All right, well, just having a look here at the Footy Show website, which is magnificent, and you can get onto the Footy Show website by hitting www.footyshow.9msn.com.au. And if you've still got any energy left, you can have a look at it there. You've got Sam's Mail, tipping competition, and this is what I was looking at, a feature spotlight written weekly by Sam, Trev and Eddie.